Good afternoon, everybody. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lori, and welcome to Lori's Book Trials, and I will be back. Hi again, everybody. As you could tell from the title, this is going to be my favorite books of 2019. I got 2 honorable mentions and then 10 books that I really loved. Yeah, not really in any particular order until we get to the top 5, and then that's in order. So yes, the first honorable mention is Autobiographic by Christina and Lauren, whatever. So far, this is the only book I've got by them that I liked. I have not liked, I think they're the ones that did the Unhoneymooners. I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but I couldn't get into it, so yeah. But this one I loved. This is, I forget their names, Tanner and Sebastian, I think. Let me see if it's Sebastian. Yes. Tanner he was out, and then they moved, and where they're at, it's very, what's that word? Conventional, or whatever you want to say that word. And so he has to go back into hiding, basically. Is that what it is? I'm trying to remember if this is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. And he has a like a teacher that helps, like a student, that comes in and helps. I forgot what they're called. But his name's Sebastian, and he's Mormon, and they have a relationship, but of course Sebastian ain't letting people know because of, and it's basically their story and what's going to happen. At first, even though I understand why Sebastian was the way he was, at first I still didn't like that. But then, you gotta, he has to decide, between, what his parents feel is right and, everything else. I guess he's kind of torn. But Tanner I love throughout. I just love Tanner. I just thought he was so awesome. And I think that's why I gave it 5 stars, and I liked it a lot. But it wasn't a 6-star because, like I said, I understood why Sebastian, was the way he was at the beginning and stuff. But I still didn't like that. I mean, I don't know. I just felt so bad for Tanner. And like I said, even though Sebastian, it's kind of hard, I guess. I don't know. I can't relate to him, in that respect. But I'm sure it's hard, to have to choose, or try to be something you're not, but your family wants you to be that way. I guess that would be kind of hard. But yeah, but I still really liked the book. Still was a 5-star. Hello, Rowan. You coming in while I'm doing my filming? Yes, you're coming in while I'm doing my filming? Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm trying to do my filming. I love you too.
He's so cute.
The next book that's a silent... I gave it, if you know, I probably gave it a little woman away. Robin, can you shut? Thank you. But, the next one that's an honorable mention, oh boy, is The Silent Patient by Michael Diaz, something like that. This is like a mystery thriller, whatever you want to say, where you think the wife and the husband has like a perfect marriage and everything, and then she winds up shooting her husband, and she goes silent, and then there's this guy that's trying to find out why she won't talk. He's a criminal therapist, something like that. Criminal therapist, Theo, and he's trying to find out why she isn't talking and why she would kill her husband. What? Okay, you guys, I will be right back. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Really, this probably could have made the top 10. the one, I mean, like in the top 10, this one and the one I'm about to talk about could have switched because I liked them so much the same. But anyways, back to Silent Patient. Yeah, it was really good. I love the twists and turns. I know some people said they figured it out, but I did not know what the hell was going on. And it was surprising. I loved it. Yeah. It was a 6-star. The other one was a 5-star, in case you didn't, I don't think I told you. But this one, yeah, was a 6-star. It was good. Really, really good. And you're going to notice everything else here basically is fantasy. There's a couple that are romance. But you're going to see that a lot of this is, yeah, fantasy and stuff. The next one is The House of Hades, 6 stars. This was so good. I can't really tell you too much about it because, you know, it's not the first in the series and stuff like that. But it was so good, you guys. And spoiler alert, there'll be another another House, the Heroes of Olympus in here that you guys will see in a few minutes. But oh my gosh, I really, really like this one a lot. It was the ending, I believe. I think this was the 4th one. I haven't finished the last one yet. But it was a strong, like 3, I think it was 3 that ended in a major cliffhanger. This one doesn't end in a cliffhanger, so I like that. It was just really good and solid, you know, it was really, like, kept me going, and I read it really quick and everything like that. Some of these I don't remember because it's been a while. And the next one is the Disasters by M.K. England. This one, I know that they get, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where they get, yes, they get expelled or something like that, or they don't make it in, and as they're leaving, because they don't make it, or whatever you want to say, the school or whatever it is, I think, yeah, gets blown up and everything. I think it was blown up, and they become the scapegoats. It was really good. I really can't, I don't remember a whole lot of what happened in it. Like I said, this I read in January of last year, so yeah, it's been a while. I definitely got to reread this one, and I know she has another one. M.K. England has another one coming out that I really want to read, so yeah, this one was definitely good. I love that they had to try to clear their names and what happened, why they were trying to clear their names. That was really good. I really liked that one. The next one is The Devouring Grey. This one, oh my gosh, so good. My favorite character, I'm trying to remember their names because it's been a while. My favorite character was Harper and Violet. This one, like I said, it's been a while. I just know I really liked it. Oh, it's the monster. He's supposed to like keep his Justin. His family's supposed to keep the monsters from coming back, and something happens and they get loose, and then there's a whole bunch of like town secrets, and so much stuff goes down in this book. I mean, I loved it so much. I'm definitely going to be rereading this pretty soon because I know the next book comes out pretty soon, and I definitely want to read the next one. I know a lot of people had opinions about this and didn't really like it, but oh my gosh, it was so freaking good to me. I loved the character Dimetic so much. I don't remember his name. Gray? No, I don't think his name's Gray. What is his name? I'll look, because I know he's in the, let me see what his name is. Isaac, yes, I love Isaac so much. Isaac's probably my favorite of the male characters. Don't get me wrong, I like Justin, but Isaac, wow. And I'm hoping the next story really goes into more about Isaac, because I know his, oh, I better not say anything because it might be a spoiler, so yeah. But I just know stuff that I wanted answered should be maybe answered in the next one, so I'm hoping and praying. The next one is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering it. This is, of course, my mind went blank. I'm sorry, you guys. My mind just loses sometimes when I'm trying to remember. I know she's like a keeper of the library or something like that, and these things escape because she's supposed to watch over them, and then stuff happens when she's trying to find out what's going on. It was Grimgors, how do we say it? Yeah, they I don't know if they escape or if they get killed, but anyways, and she meets this guy Nathaniel, and he helps her and stuff. It's just so good. You guys know me. I love books that are that have to do with libraries and that, stuff like that. And I love stuff like that, like mystical creatures and things like that. This book was really good. I know some people didn't like this book, but I thought it was really, really good. Loved it. The next one is going to be surprising because you guys probably thought this was going to be my favorite book, or at least in the top 3, but it didn't quite make it there. 6th book. And that's The Toll by Neal Shusterman. Don't get me wrong, I love this book. My favorite was The Thunderhead, and Thunderhead was my favorite book of the year last year, but this one, I still gave it 6 stars, still loved it, and I liked how it wrapped everything up, but it just started out slow, and I got confused on certain characters, but other than that, I loved how it ended. I know some people didn't like the ending, but it was so good. I can't really talk about it because, of course, spoilers for people that haven't read it yet, but yes, so freaking good. I loved it so much, but it just did not make it into the top 5. There was other ones that I just felt were a lot stronger, that I just really remember liking, even though if I don't remember exactly what happened in them all. But this one, oh my gosh, so good still. I mean, making it into the top 10 is a good thing, So yeah. There now. The next one is the other Rick Riordan one. And this is the 3rd one. The Mark of Athena. This one, wow. This is the first one that got a 6 star from me. I just love, the characters. And usually I don't like, when there's a cliffhanger. But I didn't mind this cliffhanger. It was good. I love that all the characters that you met in the 1st and the 2nd book are finally all together in this book. I just liked the whole, plot and everything of this book. It was just so good, you guys. The next one is going to be on a lot of people's favorites, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, I think. Of course, this is the one about the son of the First Lady, and the prince. Is he the Prince of Wales? Or what is he the prince of? I just know he's a prince in Britain, whatever, how you say it. I'm sorry, I know I'm probably butchering, right? At first they don't get along, and something happens, and they have to pretend like they're friends, and it becomes more than friends. Oh my God. This was the first romance in a long time that I really loved. I loved Alex so much. Some of these passages in here, like this. He says, the way you look when you first wake up, your shoulder to waist ratio, your huge, generous, ridiculous, indestructible heart, your equally huge, I can't say that, but because I don't know if my kids can hear through the walls, but the face you just made when you read the last one, the way you look when you first wake up. I know I already said that, but I really, really love it. The fact that you loved me all along. I was like, aww. And then it's this part. I keep thinking about the last one ever since you told me, and what an idiot I was. It was so hard for me to get out of my own head sometimes, but now I'm coming back to what I said to you the night in my room when it all started, and how I brushed you off when you offered to let me go after the DNC. How I used to try to act like it was nothing. Sometimes I didn't even know I didn't even know what you were offering to do to yourself. God, I want to fight everyone who ever hurt you, but it was me, too, wasn't it? All the time. I'm so sorry. I just love that part. And then there's another part. There's another pause. I'm not sorry, the people thought. No. I mean, that people know. Alex feels his heart thump. His heart climb up in his throat. Henry attempts. Maybe I talked to my mom. I know one time our timing is ideal. What would you? I want. Hang on, Alex said. Are we about both asking the same thing? That depends. Were you going to ask me if I want to tell the truth? Yes, Alex said, and he think his knuckles might be white around the phone. Yeah, I was. Then yes. And there's some other stuff. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it. But there's just so much stuff in here. Like, I love so much. Like, it's just so romantic, this book. I just love the romance. Number 3 is by a booktuber, Elliot, from Elliot Brooks. Her first book, and oh my gosh, this book, you guys, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I do have a review up if you want to watch it. But oh my gosh, I just love this book. Like, this is what I wanted from, what's that one that everybody loves? The one that was on my least favorite book of the year. What is it called? The Priority one. This is what I wanted the priority of the orange tree to be. Like, I loved almost every single character in this book so much. I love the creatures that you got to see throughout the book and meet. And oh my gosh, I don't really want to say too much because, like I said, spoilers. But oh my gosh. It was so good, and I can't remember his name, because like I said, it's been a while since I read this. I'm definitely going to reread it this year. But, his name is, let me see if I can find it on here. I always forget, but he's the, assassin. Oh gosh, I love him so much. Like, oh, he is just like one of my favorite characters. And look at these. I love that you get pictures a little bit throughout, to help you visualize a little bit more if you need that. Oh my gosh, it was just so good, you guys. It was just like, wow. Like, and that ending, I was like, oh my gosh, please don't let what happened be real. And then the ending, and I was like, yes, so glad that it didn't. That what happened really didn't happen. Because you were left for a few pages wondering, like, oh my gosh, did that really happen? Like I was saying. But it didn't. And I'm so curious to see what's going to happen after what happened in the last book at the end. I just love, I wish I could find his name. No, it wasn't that. I liked Rowan, but Didrik, I'm probably butchering his name, but Dietrich or something like that, I really loved him. He was like my favorite character. Like I said, Dorian, he was alright. I liked him, but he wasn't my favorite. But I think I'm going to like him more in other books if he's in other books. But yeah, I really loved this book. Like, it just kept me enthralled. I don't remember how long it took me to read it, but it didn't take me probably took me 5 days to read it, 4 or 5 days. Where Priority took like a week for me to read it. And they're not different in sizes, like about maybe 100 pages, if even. But yeah, this one was just the world building for a first time book. I was like, wow, like this is really awesome for a third time book. I mean, first time book, like never writing a book before and getting this published and the artwork, like Elliot just seemed like she just took so much, like, what'd you call it? And it looks like she, some of her favorite books she put into this book, I just loved it. I just thought she did such an amazing job for her first book. And I cannot wait to get the next one. I think she said it might be 2021 before we get it. But oh my gosh, I'm definitely going to read this one maybe once, twice this year, depending on how long we got to wait for the second one. But yes, so good. So, so good. I really love it, Elliot. So please write plenty more. And you should be very, because you're higher than The Toll by Neil Shusterman, which is my favorite author. So you should be very, very like, wow, honored. The next one just missed being number one. Just missed being number one. I mean, the other book everybody's not going to be surprised about number one book, because if you watch my channel enough, you guys know that I talk about this series, and I just reread the first one in the series recently, so you guys are going to know what number one is. But number two is The Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams. Oh my gosh. I love this book so much. We got Gavin. He has a stutter. He's so awesome. His wife I loved. And something happens, and she wants to divorce him, and he gets sucked in, or roped in to join in like a romance book club thing for men. And they read romance books, and you get like to read the romance books. Like it has the actual romance in here, the book that he's reading. So you get, as he's reading it, you're actually reading it too. It's really neat. I loved it so much. The characters are awesome. I cannot wait for the next one in this series that comes out, I think, in March or April. I am ready for it, you guys. Like, if anybody gets an arc, pass it my way if you want to afterwards. I'm joking, but still, I'm not. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But yes, really an awesome book, and I cannot wait for the next one, because I know who the characters are, and I'm super excited. And yes, now this is an honor that this is number two, because I don't read a lot of romance books. That's going to change this year, because I'm trying to branch out. But this, like, oh my gosh, to be number two, yeah. And beating out another one that beat out The Toll. So yeah. And the last one is Sword and Pen, the last book in the Great Library series. This is my favorite book of 2019. I love this book so much. You guys know that. I just got done rereading the first one, like I was just saying. I love Jess so much. That's what I call him. I think it's Jesse, but I call him Jess. Or maybe it is Jess. But anyways, I love him so much. Like, what he goes throughout this whole series, I was like amazed that he was as good as he was, because his dad is a major A. Oh my gosh, but this book, you guys, it just had everything I wanted. It ended the way I liked it. I was very happy, but it seemed kind of like maybe they can do another story with somebody else. I mean, I think Jess is done, but other people from the story. I think I would love to have one with oh man, why do I always forget their names? With Wolf and Santini, I think his name is. I would love to have a book with them too. Those two are, oh my God, they're so cute together. I love how protective Wolf is. Or is it, no, not Wolf. Yeah, Wolf. I love how protective they are of each other. I love the world. I love Jess and his friends, and yeah, it was just everything I wanted. I mean, library, spies, war, everything. I mean, oh my gosh. It wasn't like crazy with the romance. There was a little bit of romance in here, but it didn't overpower the story. It was this world, oh wow, this world, you guys. I know I'm rambling. This is going to be a long video, but this world was just pulled me in from the very beginning, and it did not let go. The last two books were definitely my favorites. The first few I forget what number this was, how many books there were, but the first 3 or 4 were all 4.5s. Then the second to last one was a 5, and this one was a 6. But this one, oh my gosh, it just was so good to me. Like, I am so ready to read the next book in the series. This is definitely definitely a series that I'm rereading this year, and probably go through and annotate better, because as you can see, there's hardly any annotation in this one. Yeah, I don't even know if I annotated the other ones, but yeah, I definitely want to reread it. I probably reread this every year because it's my favorite series. Like, yes. And I didn't think I would say that. I thought for sure the Toll, Scythe, Thunderhead, and the Toll would be my favorite series. And you would think with the ratings I gave it, because I gave that one 5, 6, and 6. And this one I gave, the everything, but besides the last 2, 4.5s. I gave the second to last one a 5, and like I said, this one was a 6. But, there's more in this series, so yes. But you guys, I love this world so much. I just want to read it right now. But I'm not going to. But yes, definitely my favorite book of the year. And I don't think I hear enough about this series. And people need to read it because it's awesome. And Jess is awesome. And his friends are awesome. The world is interesting. I just love this so much. Yes, the beginning is very slow. Slow. But once you get to like page 100 or something like that, 125, somewhere around there, like, it's nonstop. And Jess and his friends are just, I love their friendship so much. Even the ones that he kind of like is iffy about, I love the dramatics between them. So yes, definitely my favorite book of the year. Let me know down below what your favorite book is. Is it a part of a series, or is it standalone? Let me know if any of these were on your favorites of the year. And yes, let me know some of your favorites, and maybe if I haven't read them, I will try them this year. I love you guys very much. I hope you guys will stick around for this whole video. I hope you guys all have a great day, a great Sunday. Remember, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing and hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video of mine is posted. I love you guys so much as a friend. Happy readings. And I will talk to you guys all later.